welcome to the Live with Aaron and Kelly. How's everybody doing out there?
That's right. We are here in San Bernardino live. We've got an awesome itinerary for this whole show.
I know, and I love the song that's playing right now. That's right. We are going to have singer Katie Cole, and we're also going to have Ken Graham from Raffle America call in today. Aaron, we've got a lot to cover on this show, but first, how was your week? How was your weekend?
My week was interesting. I had a flat tire. And of course, whenever you get a flat tire, you got to take it in, and then all of a sudden you find out everything else that's wrong with your car. So,
do you have a regular place that you get?
No, I don't. And they charge you an arm and a leg. You don't know if you could trust them or not. You know.
You know what? I want to ask the viewers out there where to go, because I'm originally from Chicago. I don't have a mechanic that I go to all the time. What area are you actually in, Aaron? What area are you in? Because I want to try to find you a car place as well.
I'm in the LA area. So, okay. And you're kind of.
And I'm in the Valley,
right.
Like, you know.
Are you a Valley girl?
I'm a Valley girl. So if there's anybody who has a really good car repair man, a good what would it be, body man, a good body part
or body woman, yeah. I mean,
hit us up on Facebook and Twitter, Kelly V. Dolan and Aaron M. Sanchez.
Yeah, we need the hookup.
You.
We need the hookup, and we'll do it. Yeah, we'll give you a little airtime too, maybe.
Absolutely.
Bring in the mechanic, and he could fix my car right here in the studio.
I had an interesting weekend.
Yes.
I just want to say happy Father's Day to my dad. You are the best dad in the whole world. If you're watching, I didn't get to spend it with him this weekend, but I definitely thought about him and the whole family, and I'll see all of you guys this summer. So
he's so awesome. I mean, he came in here that one time, and you could just see his just how proud he was of you.
Yeah,
and
he's a
all this smile, all of this is, I mean, half of it is him. So
yeah, that's true. That's true. And so what I did do though on Father's Day was I hosted the Q&A portion of the LA Art House Film Festival.
Oh, wow.
That was in Sherman Oaks, and it was really cool. I'm going to post some pictures and some links on my Facebook so you guys can check it out. So all you filmmakers that are trying to get your work seen, or you're trying to enter like contests and things of that nature and do the whole like indie film festival thing.
That's a lot. There's a lot going on like that, right?
Oh yeah. There's tons of that. Out of the Box, I believe, is a good website that people can go to submit all your festivals for like shorts, feature lengths, things of that nature. But this was a really fun film festival. So go to my Facebook, Kelly V. Dolan. I'll share some pictures with you guys, and then also the link as well.
Awesome.
Aaron.
Yes.
We have been invited to Comic-Con.
Oh my goodness. Now I want to reiterate. People go, well, where's that at? It's in San Diego every year, and if you're a comic geek or any geek thereof, you know it.
Or if you like the Avengers, like I do.
Yeah, and it's sold out. You can't get tickets anymore for it. It's completely sold out. We were able to get in like literally after they
we had to pull some strings.
And they came through on us, and we are going to bring you to Comic-Con through our show.
Yes.
So we want to hear what particularly you want to look for. I so hope they play the new Superman, like they have some of the Superman.
I'm sure they will.
You think
I'm sure they will. Now, I know we have a lot of Comic-Con viewers out there. So if there's any particular comic book, maybe on the independent level that we haven't heard about, and you know
let us know.
Yeah, if you guys are going to be there, some of you that are listening, let us know. Maybe we'll be able to run into you guys there. Or if you want us to do any interviews, please hit us up on our Facebook. We're going to be there to do the interviews.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Now it's time for the Good News Giveaway. That's right. Last week we talked about a Kindle solar power cover, where it's not the Kindle itself, but it's even better than that. The solar power cover, we've got it. It's I suggested value, I think, at $75. We're going to give one away, and you can enter. Just again, you have to hook up with us, Facebook or Twitter, Aaron M. Sanchez or Kelly V. Dolan.
That's right. And we also have another
Good News Giveaway. That's right. We've got a huge show coming. It's called the Latino Media Con, happening in Pasadena, California, and we're going to give 2 tickets away.
2, not 1, but 2.
These tickets are very valuable. I mean, they're about $200 each, so you're going to be able to get that from us if you just go to our Facebook. We're going to launch that campaign as well. There's so much we're giving you.
I know.
I mean, we're just giving things away.
I know. We're so nice.
Good
Aaron.
News Giveaway.
Yay!
Thank you so very much for your support.
Yes, and we have some news. Aaron, oh my goodness. Ashton Kutcher.
What's up with that?
DMV. Okay, first of all, I want to know from everybody listening out there, we have some people chatting in as well.
Yes.
What is your take on DMV? Like, you know what I mean? I feel like every time I've gone there, even when I've scheduled an appointment, I'm there forever. And it is the most depressing place ever.
Well, who wants to go there? I mean, I always set up an appointment. But you still have to wait like a whole 2 hours. So what's he doing?
Well, he's suing the DMV. Ashton Kutcher is suing the DMV because he had a docu-series that he was going to do with the DMV. And basically, the show was going to be kind of like a dramatic, moving, humanizing,
a reality series,
entertaining situations that arise on a daily basis at the DMV. So I think they were going to shoot at least 4 half-hour episodes, it says here, and now the DMV backed out, so he's suing them.
Ashton, 2 words: California, DMV. Not a good mix to begin with. Of course they were going to back out. That was like almost set up for failure.
You know what? If you're going to sue them for money or whatever you're suing them for, you should sue them to make sure that you never have to step foot in the DMV for another test, because
that's probably what he's doing.
That alone is invaluable, right there. That is worth more than any money.
Give me my registration. Just give it for the rest of my life. You know what? That's great. But get in line, seriously, because there's going to be so many people in line right now.
I know. Now, we have singer Katie Cole. She's going to be coming on later on. But what we want to cover in the news is Universal Music Group is doing something new with their music videos. Aaron, you were telling me that, it was like 150?
Yeah, well, Vivo got slammed.
$150 million Vivo made in revenue.
And they didn't share it with their independent artists. Now, remember, Universal Music Group is tied in with a couple of other large names all together. But if you're not under that Universal label, then you come in as an independent artist and you're showing your stuff, but you're not getting it. And remember, how do they make the money? On the advertising revenue that you see right before the music video, which I always skip.
So basically what the article says, it says that this is the first major label deal to pay royalties to songwriters and music publishers for videos.
And ringtones.
And then the pact also could end up providing additional royalties for songwriters and music publishers in emerging platforms like ringtones. So they're trying to work the ringtone thing out, I think it sounds like.
Yeah.
So for all the singer-songwriters out there might be a possibility that you're gonna get reimbursed for your talents now.
Which is necessary, needed, and thank goodness it's time. Thank you, Universal, for making that happen.
Yes, and now for all our filmmakers out there, and anybody just trying to raise money for a project.
Well, this again. We've talked about Kickstarter, we've talked about Indiegogo, but people are saying, well, how is crowdfunding helping businesses? Well, if you don't know this, Obama signed an actual petition or a bill called JOBS, which is an acronym for Jumpstart Our Business Startups. Well, because of him doing that has allowed now for crowdfunding sources for businesses.
It's helped them raise $1.2 billion globally last year, and the number is expected to double in 2012.
I could see it even tripling, actually, now that...
$1.2 billion in fundraising. I mean, I could use a little bit of that for my Step It Up program.
You can.
A lot of people out there are trying to raise money for programs and their cause, and I mean, that's a lot of money.
So, do you want to know who is or who to go to get these projects started?
Yes,
well, here we go. Okay. All right. So there's several, and it depends on what category you're in. One is called rockthepost.com. Okay. Go rockthepost.com. It's for small businesses and entrepreneurs looking to start up their business. Now, you can be in different categories. You can even be in real estate. You categorize yourself. You go there, and then you send it out. It says there is no cost for standard services. Razoo, R-A-Z-O-O, actually raises money for nonprofits. So a lot of you nonprofits, which we're going to talk about a little bit later about raffles and how that helps and can hurt a nonprofit. But Razoo is a good choice for them to manage and encourage donations. They just charge a flat rate of 2.9% on all donations. Now, I want to cover again, how do you get the word out? It's through your email list. It's through your people that you know. It's through your Facebook. It's through your Twitter.
Twitter.
See how that's all kind of come together? I mean, it's really making the best of it. Pozible. I don't know how to say this. Pozible. Well, how did you say that? Pozible?
Possible.
Possible.
That was a callback to Mossy Furlan, the actor that was on last week. If you're
That's
watching
right.
Mossy, I tried to imitate you. Possible.
He did that pretty good. Check that out, Masi Furlan. Yeah, the Possible is developed for artists, musicians, filmmakers, journalists, that's different, designers, social change makers, event organizers, and software developers. This is exciting. They only charge 5% and go to them. Now, Funda-Geek is cool, and I just like the way it says.
I don't know about that. Tell me all about it.
It's Funda Geek, okay? Funda-Geek is good for projects in the technology and science sector. Go to them. They charge a small fee on that, 5 to 9%, depending on what you marketing, what kind you put in. Credibles, this is really cool. Because I happen to know of a restaurant that went under, but if he had done this, he could have probably saved his business. Credibles is good for professionals and business owners in the food and restaurant industry.
Oh, now I'm getting hungry, Aaron.
Well, you could get hungry and you could support. You can pay. Petri dish. This is just a funny one.
I don't even know where we're going with this one.
Petri dish. It's actually good for science projects. Now, the only thing about this one is, if it's on there, that means that they approved it. Not just anybody can submit their stuff. So if it's on there, it was approved by the peoples that run that. And so those are some of the crowdfunding sources. You heard it here, right here, live with Aaron and Kelly.
And I know we went through those really fast, but we'll actually, there's an article we have a link to. We'll post that on our Facebook as well. Feel free to inbox us, follow us on Twitter. We'll make sure we get all that information.
Or just press rewind and listen to me say it all over again.
That's true. Aaron just wants you to watch them again and again and again. Now, Aaron.
Yes.
Reading Rainbow is back.
Woo!
I know you're so excited. I don't remember Reading Rainbow as a child.
I could tell.
I don't.
I guess I just gave away my age.
Well, I don't know. But all I'm saying is I don't remember as a child, but I know it's a really big deal.
Huge.
And it's going to be offered on the iPad and the Kindle.
Yes. Well, here's what happened. PBS had it for years, and I always liked it because it was Reading Rainbow, and then they would bring out the book. Hey,
Wait, can you do that one more time?
I know you're making fun of me. Reading Rainbow. Anyway, and they would read the book, and it was great for kids, to get involved with reading, which is something that's sorely lacking right now, even in the education field. And if you can train them to read very young, the numbers are huge on statistics, how they're going to succeed in life. Well, Reading Rainbow does that, and now it's on the iPad.
Right, and the statistics say that the kids are on the tablets more than they're actually watching television. So for me, it's like, I think it's really great that they're making it fun and cool for the kids to read, because sometimes, like, generations that have come before, they would be like, oh, well, they just need to do it this way.
Yeah.
Well, this generation wants to be on the tablet, and they're going to be on the tablet, so why don't we go to them and still get their reading skills up? I think it's great. And Aaron, do we have anything else to talk about before we go to commercial?
We have always something to talk about, Kelly. And,
I know.
And we asked, actually, on our Facebook, we always like to know, have you seen The Rock of Ages?
I haven't seen it, so it must be time for the...
You Review. I almost forgot it. I forgot what it was called. Okay, it's the You Review. That's right.
That's the segment where we want you to review.
So we had...
You see it, you review it.
We saw Gotham Sharma says,
This is Rock of Ages.
Yeah, or I'm sorry, Belinda Romano says, in love with Diego Boneta. I don't know what that means, Diego Boneta. It must be an actor. Maya Gabriela Fuentes said, very good movie if you like musicals. And then Joan Alperin Schwartz, which I'm going to do a shout out because she does a video review on her YouTube channel. I think it's Two Jews Review or something like that.
That's funny.
And it's called Terrible Film. Joanne Alperin Schwartz says this: terrible film. Julianne Hu, extremely bland and boring. Cruise fantastic,
She's
but
talking
can't
about the lead actress
save
or one
this
of the
dribble.
The young girl who used to Ryan Seacrest's.
Oh, is she? Is
Young
that
Little
her?
Love.
Oh,
I think still. I'm not sure.
We'll find out.
Oh, Aaron got excited there. Watch out, Ryan.
I'm on your. Okay, so Joan, thank you for that, and that's the You Review.
That's right.
We'll be right back right after this. We're going to be with Katie Cole right here in studio.
All right.
Give me a chance to catch my breath. I've been running in circles and feel a mess. Trying trying to figure it out. It starts with a kiss and ends like a flame in the cool summer air and warm champagne. I remember it perfectly now. You walked out the door, but the sun shines down on me. Don't care.
Southern California's Inland Talk Express is KCAA News Talk 1050.
Welcome back to the Live with Aaron and Kelly. That's right. We have in studio, welcome with us, Katie Cole. Thank you so very much for coming out here.
Welcome. This is an honor to be here.
Yeah, I mean, you're here in the you're in the LA area, and I just want people to know again, she does come kind of far.
Came all the way from the valley today.
yeah. So we thank you so very much. But yeah, for those that don't know, Katie, you are originally from
Australia,
Which
from
is
Melbourne.
my favorite accent ever.
Is it really?
Oh my gosh, I love it. Yes.
Yeah, it
My
is.
favorite.
Give us some more. No, I'm just kidding.
Talk.
I've been working on it for a really long time. So I'm hoping that I'm good at it. I'm obviously a musician, but I ended up going in for an acting audition. I went for my one audition only because a friend of mine said the part is for an Australian, and I'm like, well, if anyone can do it Australian, that would be me.
Yeah, absolutely, right? But isn't that funny when they say, well, it's not Australian enough?
Yeah.
Do they ever do that?
That's funny.
I've had that.
Give me more Australian.
And I've had people that have told me that that my accent isn't as Australian as others, and I tend to agree. Like, I'm going to agree with that, but I think it's also because I've been a musician and been on stage, and I like to have a level of clarity rather than crikey, mate, g'day. There's a lot of Australians that are kind of. I hope all my facial features were amazing right there.
It was.
Perfect.
Well, it's good for the exercising of the face, I think. I'm going to do that. I'm going to just... okay.
Or it causes wrinkles even more.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Either way,
we'll do it.
Either way, we're a nice. We've got an abrasive accent.
Now,
You know that.
now you have come to the U.S. I mean, you came out just raging, and when I say raging, I mean you've gotten accolades. You've gotten the last award that I think you got was. What was it called? I know it was. It was it was the most awesome.
I love her because she could have helped you out, but she
did it. Did you see that? I know. She's like, I'm just gonna wait for you to stutter.
Well, there's a. I mean, I don't mean to be that person that goes, "Oh, there's a few," but like I've been. I always sort of take my career pretty seriously, and since I've been living in the US for almost 2 years now, I figure while I'm here, I may as well like do some work. Mm-hmm. So I've been part of a series of certain awards. I've won awards from ASCAP, from a bunch of smaller sort of indie associations. I've won prizes where I ended up touring and opening up a show in Arizona at Toby Keith's bar, which was fun. That was a nice drive.
Yeah, Arizona is
6
hot.
hours.
And we talked a little bit before we had on the way up here. We had talked a little bit, but we had
Girl talk.
Yeah, girl talk, and we had talked about like branding and stuff like that. Like for some of our viewers who aren't familiar with you, what is your sound? Like, what is it? How would you say that you are as far as your music?
Well, this time around, I've now I've gotten it down to. Country meets British pop. It raises a lot of questions and it makes you go, what?
Yeah.
A little bit, because when I tell people pop, it's not really standard pop. When I tell people country, it's not country either. And it's not really standard Americana. It's kind of all of those flavors. I'm from Australia, so I draw inspirations and from genres, I guess, equally from the US as I do from the UK. So there's flavors of like a Katie Tunstall, then there's flavors of Tom Petty, and it's all kind of thrown in there into some sort of delicious blender of various
I love
fruits
it.
and vegetables.
Yeah, I love it. Just for those who don't know, you can actually even see her on our show, our other show called The Tavern Show, and
fun.
yeah, she performed live there with us. That was just a magical experience having you there with our other musicians, and I mean,
That was fun.
Yeah, Katie. I mean, are an independent artist, and I want to bring this up because that means you're doing a lot of your own stuff as well, but it's getting seen. I mean, what's that like when you're Twittering, you're Facebooking, you're getting your music out on your own?
Well, I guess like when you're talking about awards and accolades, even down to like this year, I already picked up an award for, I think it was Rock Artist of the Year. I'm not really rock, but my music's a little
right.
rock.
Yeah.
It's got a twinge of rock, yeah.
And I got a few nominations at the LA Music Awards last week for it's Adult Contemporary Artist, Hot AC, which is Hot Adult Contemporary Artist, Singer-Songwriter, and also Record of the Year. And it's like these little, it's like, I call them like little victories or whatever.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's the little things. Like, to me,
confirmations.
When you were talking about being an independent artist and doing it all, it's not just about achieving things, it's also marketing. So when there's these little things that you achieve, and when you have an appearance, or whether you're doing a show or you're on a radio show, it's like it's something to share with your fans, and an opportunity to expand to new people that haven't potentially heard what you do, or they haven't gotten to know your personality. And whether sometimes it's people buying into the personality, and then to a further extent it's that personality represents a brand, which includes the music, the person, and generally a certain lifestyle, which involves products and whatnot beyond that. And
Am I going to see shirts?
there will be shirts.
Yes.
I want one.
I'm gonna do. I'm kind of like, I just finished making a brand new album. I'm gonna put the first single out roughly September, October. I'll be shopping to radio, and I've had some success in the UK. So I've been kind of multitasking between the US and the UK, and it's like there's a lot to organize, being an independent and doing it all myself.
So let me take you away from that. How do you have fun when you have a break, or you have to make yourself break,
what is
right?
this fun you speak of?
She's like, I'm doing it.
Look,
Singing.
I enjoy what I do,
Right.
and even if it's just taking 30 minutes out of my day and watching some ridiculous animated show like Family Guy or whatever, I'm done. To me, if I'm in good spirits and in good humor, I'm good at what I do. I write better when I'm in a ridiculous, like if my mind frame is happy and I'm happy, I write better songs, even if it ends up being like tragic songs that I'm writing.
Right.
My clarity comes from my sense of humor and my sense of ease. So I have to find ways, even if it's just like doodling some ridiculous character on a napkin, or that's where it comes down to. And people are like, oh, that's a character that has 2 legs and 1 giant tooth. Great. Good work, Katie Cole. But
So you draw. Wow.
I'm quite amazing.
I want to see the little napkin, the book
Yeah,
of
the
napkins.
napkin. I want to get one.
I tweet various pictures. My fans know.
Let's plug that really
Yes,
quick.
yes.
You got several. You got Facebook. You got Twitter.
Well, my Twitter is Katie Cole Music. My Facebook is Official Katie Cole, and my website's Katie Cole Official. Even if you just punch Katie Cole into the Google search engine, a lot of me will come up. Except, as I've explained to someone, there's a bodybuilder called Katie Cole, and that's also not me.
Not the bodybuilder.
No, not the bodybuilder.
No.
Now, you talked about like some of the awards that you've won. How do you submit to get the awards?
Certain things are submission based, and certain things can be. Sometimes it's someone else from another association has seen or heard of me via another association,
Sure.
and they kind of put X and Y together, and I guess reach out to me.
Well,
it's
but-
not
but-
always me reaching
And
out.
you've put yourself out there. I mean, you'll hear her songs. Sometimes you go, well, I know that song, like the Movada.
Yeah, I ended up syncing one of my songs called Gravity to a Movado watch commercial, and that was through a songwriter association called West Coast Songwriters, based, I guess it's more in Northern California, and they were
Did they
holding
hook you up with the Movado? Did they?
I got a watch.
Oh, she did. Good for
I got a
you.
watch, and they actually
You better.
it was beyond just like a normal, like some people are like, oh, that's great, you synced
Right.
something, and it wasn't just a regular sync. The Movado company actually gave me an award as part of like the prize as well, so I'm a Movado future legend.
Oh, that's so.
That's awesome. I love those.
Logical paradox, but
I'm just throwing it out there. Movado, I can sing too. Not well, but
yeah.
He'll lip sync.
I'll let you know if anything comes of that, and they want to sponsor some radio personalities. But for right now, it's like they they've been supporting me, and they still keep me in the loop. I ended up with a full page in the New York Times as well as a result, and the ad campaign. And I freaked out the first time. I tell people, like, I don't get sick of telling people that the first time I saw that, I thought I'll just, because it's a really cool, like, graphic watch spinning, and it's like, my
That's
song.
cool.
And I was like, ah! And I was like, I got like teary, and I got like, I'm not usually that girly, except if it involves like kittens or whatever.
How did you link up with Movado? Like, how was that relationship formed?
Well, it was via this song competition through this West Coast songwriters, and they sort of narrowed it down and said they wanted to potentially use one of these songs for their commercial, because they were launching a new watch called the Bold, and they wanted some younger music because they wanted to market to a younger audience, and that's how that relationship got formed.
Now, I'm going to ask, because I know our cameraman will want to know, cats or dogs, which do you prefer?
Cats.
Cats. How many cats? Well, you have one cat?
I have one cat, and I have a cat in Australia. Well, this is my housemate's cat, but I'm taking partial ownership.
What's your cat's name?
My cat in Australia.
Your partial cat.
My partial cat is Audrey.
Aww.
She gets a shout out.
Audrey. That's so
Audrey.
cute.
See, look, he's
Our
just-
cameraman,
yeah,
Jose Luis, is
loves
loving
cats.
that.
He loves cats. So Audrey,
She loved cats.
he knew you were a cat person. Well, we got to take a quick break, and we're going to come back. You're going to stay with us, right?
I'm sticking around.
That's right. We
Yay.
kept her hostage right here on Live with Aaron and Kelly. We'll be right back with Raffle America. Ken, we're going to teach you what you don't want to do.
What do you want to do and what you don't want to do as
Right.
far as raffling.
Right here. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere.